Hi everyone, this is Athena from Courage Coaching. Thank you for joining me today. If you are new to my channel, then please feel free to click on the subscribe button if you would like to get notifications for any new videos that I upload. In this video, I'm going to talk about the 14 different types of narcissism. And as you know, narcissism occurs on a spectrum. And if you are on the higher end of the spectrum, then you have narcissistic personality disorder. And when two different people with NPD are diagnosed, they may show this in different ways. So an overt narcissist and a covert narcissist look very, very different. So that is why it is important to know the different types of narcissism, because this way it will be easier for you to spot them and to protect yourself. So the first type is overt narcissism. And overt narcissists are the prototypical variety of a narcissist. They display grandiosity, entitlement, they exaggerate their accomplishments, and they engage in activities constantly that impress others. They have overly inflated egos, and they are a lot easier to spot than, for instance, a covert narcissist. They are incapable of acknowledging any of their mistakes, any of their faults, and they are very quick to point them out in others. So if they notice that somebody else is flawed or has made a mistake, they will make sure that that person knows of this. Overt narcissism is typically associated with an extroverted personality, and they use this personality to gain attention from others and to gain narcissistic supply. Overt narcissists are incredibly charming and very liked by a lot of people. Due to overt narcissists being very charismatic, they usually get a lot of people on their side. People tend to like them very much. However, their relationships are usually superficial because they lack empathy. The second type of narcissist is a covert narcissist, and this type of narcissist is also known as a vulnerable narcissist. They are very emotionally fragile, have chronic envy towards others, and they play the victim a lot in order to manipulate others. Covert narcissists tend to be quite shy, quite reserved, and they are actually self-deprecating, even though they won't admit this. They come across as quite neurotic, quite worried, and they tend to compare themselves quite harshly when looking at others, especially if they see that others are happy. Covert narcissists can be extremely envious of others, and this can also be in a family. They can be extremely envious of their partner or of their children, and everybody else is always to blame. They are never at fault for anything, and they have a really hard time admitting that they have flaws. They find it very hard to self-reflect, and because they come across as genuinely caring and loving, they are able to trick people. However, the reality is far from this, because covert narcissists are actually very damaging and the abuse is very insidious, and they enjoy using gaslighting and playing the victim a lot to get their needs met. Now, the third type of narcissism is hypervigilant narcissism. These narcissists are always on the lookout. They are hypervigilant of anybody criticizing them or judging them or saying something negative about them. This means that they are hypersensitive to other people's criticisms more than other narcissists. Hypervigilant narcissists fear rejection in a very extreme way. Hypervigilant narcissists are not able to relax around others, as they are listening for possible hints of criticism or disrespect or belittling. For these types of narcissists, socializing is actually rather painful because they are in this constant state of hypervigilance. While they do believe that they deserve praise from others, they find it very hard to handle the risk of possible rejection or abandonment. The fourth type of narcissism is grandiose narcissism, and these individuals display very intense patterns of grandiosity. and they have a huge lack of consideration for others. Because grandiose narcissists believe so strongly in their own abilities and intelligence, they tend to display a very strong distrust of experts or other superiors. They always think that their point of view and their belief is better than anybody else's, no matter who that person is. They tend to gravitate towards people that give them a lot of admiration and a lot of attention, and that brag about them and that tell them all the time that they are amazing. These type of narcissists are also a lot more assertive and extroverted and exploitative compared to others that have NPD. The fifth type of narcissist is the exhibitionist narcissist. Now, the exhibitionist narcissist is the one that constantly needs to be the center of attention. Now, exhibitionist narcissists want to be the life of the party, and they want to be admired and noticed all the time, a lot more than other narcissists. They need to be the constant center of attention, and they need to be admired at all times for the things that they do. They will go to great lengths to get themselves noticed, and they will want to associate with other individuals like themselves. The exhibitionist narcissist will tell others how to behave, what to wear, how to smile, and they will always want to control the narrative of every other person's story that is in close proximity to them or is in their life in some way. And they only want to associate themselves with other individuals that are as fabulous as they believe themselves to be. Now, the sixth type of narcissist is the sexual narcissist. These narcissists prioritize their own sexual needs above others, and when they are dating, their sexual needs always come first. They lack empathy for their sexual partners. They demonstrate an inflated sense of sexual esteem. They expect frequent praise for any sexual performance that they have, and they feel entitled to sex whenever they want it. Most sexual narcissists, although at the beginning seem very passionate if they are with a new partner, they are actually quite aggressive in the long run, and they actually find it really hard to be truly intimate. So they actually have a very unhealthy relationship with sex. Now, another type is the vindictive narcissist. Vindictive narcissists are hypersensitive to any disagreements. They are hypersensitive to other people's boundaries. They are hypersensitive to rejection and any perceived criticism. They take all of these experiences very personally and are immensely hurt by them. In turn, they may respond by attacking and terrorizing whoever has made them feel bad. Vindictive narcissistic behavior may look like sabotaging somebody's reputation or somebody's career, responding with narcissistic rage towards any slights or any criticisms. They blackmail often. They talk behind someone's back. They employ flying monkeys and turn everybody against this person. So they are very, very vindictive, very revengeful. So you don't want to be on the wrong side of this type of narcissist. Now, the eighth type of narcissist is the malignant narcissist. Now, malignant narcissism usually is a narcissist who exhibits behaviors of antisocial personality disorder and narcissistic personality disorder. And with these disorders, you have arrogance, you have a need for power, you have entitlement, you have a lack of empathy, which obviously makes a malignant narcissist very dangerous. They have a tendency to exploit others, and they experience pleasure in mistreating others. So they are sadistic towards others, which makes them very, very dangerous. Malignant narcissists generally have worse relationships with others than just those who have NPD. Number 9, we also have antagonistic narcissists or antagonistic narcissism. So a narcissist who has quite an antagonistic personality is a very unpleasant person to be around. They lack the charm of other narcissistic individuals, and they instead display the more unappealing traits of entitlement, of arrogance, a lack of empathy, and disregard to others' well-being. They are highly defensive towards others, they assume the worst in other people's comments, and they always respond with anger to any imagined or real slights. Number 10, we have somatic narcissism. A somatic narcissist is somebody that is very much focused on their body, on the way that they look, on the way that they dress, and they use their bodies to manipulate others and to garner attention and narcissistic supply. Somatic narcissists tend to obsess over their appearance, their beauty, and they only feel confident if they dress a certain way or they look a certain way. You may see them in gyms, always sculpting their perfect body. They are always wearing designer clothing or really nice clothing in order for them to look amazing. And they are also very much obsessed with plastic surgery and doing anything they possibly can in order to feel more confident and to look better. Somatic narcissists may also use sex as a way to garner attention and to feel good about themselves. Number 11, we have cerebral narcissism. Now, cerebral narcissists are also known as intellectual narcissists, and these individuals fulfill their narcissistic supply by being perceived as intelligent, as an expert in certain areas, as well-read. And cerebral narcissists do tend to be quite egocentric, and they use their intelligence against others. They boast about their knowledge, and they are excessively correcting others. They will point out when other people make mistakes, and they will feel the need to do this often in order to boost their own confidence and their own ego. While intellectual narcissists are actually usually quite smart, they tend to appear as if they are more intelligent than they actually are, and that they are more capable than they actually are. Number 12, we have spiritual narcissism. Spiritual narcissists derive their self-worth from their faith and their ability to control and manipulate others by using spirituality to hurt others, by shaming, by fear-mongering, and by narcissistic gaslighting. They will bring spirituality and faith into all conversations. They will judge others if they are not spiritual or if they don't follow the same spiritual beliefs as they do. And they will use scripture in order to prove that they are right. And they will ignore instances in which it does not support their point of view. While anybody can essentially be a spiritual narcissist, they are most commonly people in positions of power, or those who have been through a major life transition and turn to spirituality to help them get through it. Unfortunately, spiritual narcissists can be extremely harmful to those who are vulnerable or who are seeking to find answers or to help themselves by looking towards spirituality. Number 13, we have communal narcissism. Communal narcissists are those who are grandiose, have an inflated perception of themselves, but these are all within a communal setting. They believe that they have amazing potential and capability, and they think that they themselves are the best listeners, the best helpers, that they are very charitable, that they're always doing good for others. And in reality, they are actually quite hypocritical, and they don't actually really focus on other people's needs, but they actually focus more on their own needs. So they are extremely selfish and self-serving, but they can trick others into believing that they are caring, charitable, giving individuals. This, unfortunately, is far from the truth. Now, number 14 is actually healthy narcissism. And this is something that would benefit all of us. If we could all have healthy levels of narcissism, then we would be the type of person that everybody would want to be around, because we are perfectly balanced, we are healthy, we have self-confidence, we have resilience, and we have very healthy boundaries. We know how to prioritize our own needs. We don't do things that we find uncomfortable, but yet we are there for people. We have empathy, and we are able to have healthy and very functional relationships with others. They have a very strong sense of self-worth, which is grounded in reality. So healthy narcissism is the best type of narcissism. Have you come across any of these types of narcissists? If you have, then please feel free to leave a comment below the video. And if you would like to ask me any questions at all, then please feel free to send me an email to courageisallyounneed@gmail.com. I am also offering one-to-one sessions to those of you who need extra support. And if you would like to have access to my twice monthly live streams on YouTube, these are exclusive to members. So if you would like to become a member of my YouTube channel, then please join now. That is the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching and for listening, and I will see you very, very soon. Take care. Bye-bye.